Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I just watched Gacy, The Serial Killer Next Door. Now, I've been doing a bit of a gay movie marathon lately, and I just discovered this new John Wayne Gacy film. It was made this year, and I found it on YouTube for free, and I was like so excited. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know there was a new John Wayne Gacy film, and it's right here on YouTube. I don't have to wait to find it or anything. Oh, it was so disappointing. Now, first off, it's not a very expensive film, but that is not an excuse because there's a lot of true crime films and horror films that are made on very small budgets. You don't need a lot of money to make one of these films. It's just bad. And it's not just they ignore the true story and go off the script and sort of do their own thing. The film's just not cohesive. The characters' motivations and development don't work. Even their just actions are just all over the place. I'm like, I don't often see a bad film where it's just poorly made. And often I see a lot of films that, for political reasons, get attacked and get called poorly written and abysmal. And, they're actually really good films. People just don't like the themes or politics or representation in them. And they just try and, say they're bad, basically. And that's sort of one of the dog whistles. Just like, oh, it's badly written when really it's not. It's not what you want it to be about. It's just... So it's really weird. Every time I hear someone complain about a film now about being bad, I'm going to remember watching this film because I haven't seen a bad film for a while. I haven't seen a film this bad for a long time. Basically, the story that they tell is that this kid gets suspicious of John Wayne Gacy. He moves in next door. He's bringing guys in. They're not leaving. He's seeing stuff through his bedroom window. It's very Fright Night. And for a few moments, I thought the film might have been good. There was a moment where he sort of sneaks over and sees him injecting a guy. He's dressed as a clown, and he leaves just before he sees him. He would have seen him kill him, but he still suspects he killed him, and he suspects he tells his friends. And I thought for a second there might be a bit of a Scooby-Doo thing happening, but no, it's a couple of really badly directed scenes. There's a scene that could have been a good action scene or a thrilling, sort of intimidating scene where him and his friends are walking along a road, and John Wayne Gacy drives towards them, and there's all these lines like, we need to move, he's coming, all this sort of stuff, and they're just reading the lines. There's like no staging, no planning, no direction, and then the last minute they just sort of step aside and he drives up the road. A minute or so later he comes back down. They repeat the same lines. No one moves or does anything or runs or anything, and then at the last minute they all just sort of step to one side, and then they sort of start lamely running along the side of the road as the car keeps just driving and going. It's like, wow, that was awful. That could have been an interesting scene. That could have been a scary moment or something, but no. And there's other bits that don't make any sense. Like, it's too much to tell in a 5-minute review, which is what I'm trying to do. So I would not suggest seeing this film. Basically, it ends with this kid sneaks into the house, sees the bodies, tells his parents. They don't really believe him. They do go to the police at some point because they suspect a few things. They see John Wayne Gacy driving someone's car away and then walking home like he dumped the car and that, like the kid suggested. So there are a few moments where the parents are actually acting rationally for a second. They go to the police, but then they just scully out and act like they don't know what's happening, and the father gets really aggressively not believing the son and accusing him of making up stories when he's saying he saw the bodies under the house, and he goes back under the house again with a camera, but he forgets the camera when he comes out because of course. And then the dad really doesn't believe him, and then John Wayne Gacy kidnaps the son out of his bathroom. No one notices, but then they notice he's missing and work it out. And then the father goes over to the house with a gun, but then he sneaks under the house and he's crawling under the house yelling his son's name. I'm like, if he's under the house, it's too late. It just doesn't make any sense. And like I said, the characterization doesn't work. The motivations, the just nothing. It's just nonsensical, and it's just like, and then this happened, and then this happened. Oh, then they're under the house for no reason. It's just, well, we have to have them in the crawl spaces. It's just, I don't understand how people make bad films. I understand how you don't make a great film. I don't understand how you can make a bad film that doesn't make sense. I don't understand how you can't structure a scene or the film just to sort of make sense and progress or have some sort of, it's just bad. Eventually, even though John Wayne Gacy doesn't hear this guy yelling for his son all through the house, but then he finds an axe under the house, and then basically John Wayne Gacy has the kid dressed as a clown, he's dressed as a clown as well, in this little room that you can't get into or something, it's hidden, and the father starts chopping through the wall with the axe, and John Wayne Gacy just sits there like the Riddler, cackling and that. Eventually he runs out the secret exit or whatever and disappears, and then you see the father sort of walking the son home, and they're like limping like he's been injured when he wasn't attacked really. He was just knocked out with something. And it's supposed to be like the hero moment where the mother comes over and everything, and it's just like, it's just awful. Just nothing about it works. And I could just go on about all these bad scenes that don't work, but I'm just going to leave it here and try and keep it to just over 5 minutes. So yeah, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I wouldn't recommend this film. The only good thing is the casting. The kids actually look like kids. They don't look like 20-year-olds playing kids. But and the guy playing John Wayne Gacy could have done a good Gacy if he wasn't playing it like the Riddler. But yeah, it's just no.